Hello everyone, I'm Paul and today we're solving problem 1390 for divisors. This is a medium math problem and here we show you how to solve it efficiently. We are given an integer array nums and we need to return the sum of divisors of the integers in the array that have exactly 4 divisors. So if we are given this array, number 21 has the following divisors 1, 3, 7, and 21. Given that here we have exactly 4 divisors, we can add to the result 1 plus 3 plus 7 plus 21, which is 32. Divisors of number 4 are 1, 2, and 4, and given that here we only have 3 divisors, we don't add anything to the result and continue. Divisors of number 7 are 1 and 7. Given that we only have 2 divisors here, the result stays as it is. Now we have already iterated every number, so we return 32. Now, of course, that we need to iterate every number in this array. So let's say that first we are here. Now the question is, how can we get the divisors of this number efficiently? Maybe you are thinking about iterating every number from 1 to the current number 21. And whenever you find that the current number modulo any of this is equal to 0, you know that you have a valid divisor. For example, 21 modulo 1 is equal to 0. So you could store divisors in a set, for example. So this, by the end of this loop, this set will include 1, 3, 7, and 21. And then you can check if you have 4 numbers here. And if you do, you add to the result the sum of these 4 numbers, which is 32 in this case. Now we have a problem here. We can have up to 10 to the power of 4 numbers, and the maximum number can be up to 10 to the power of 5. So 10 to the power of 5 times 10 to the power of 4 is a very large number. This will throw time limit exceeded. We need to think about something else. Instead of iterating every number from 1 to 21, what we can do is we can iterate numbers from 1 to the square root of 21, and we are rounding down this. So we are actually going from 1 to 4 in this case. And the key here to solve this is that divisors come in symmetric pairs. For example, if we start with divisor number 1, and remember that we are standing here, we do 21 modulo 1. And given that this is 0, this means that 1 is a valid divisor. And this means that 21 divided 1, meaning 21, is also a valid divisor. So just by doing this, we know that 1 is valid and 21 is also valid. So we add these 2 numbers to our set. Here we have 1 and 21. Now if we take number 2, we do 21 modulo 2, and this is different from 0, so this is not a valid divisor. If we take number 3, we do 21 modulo 3, and this is 0. So this is a valid divisor, and this means that 21 divided 3 is also a valid divisor. The result for this is 7. So we know that 3 is a valid divisor and 7 is also a valid divisor. So we can add these 2 numbers to our set. Finally, we try number 4. So we do 21 modulo 4, and this is different from 0. So this is not a valid divisor. We have 4 elements in the set, so we add 32 to the result, the sum of these 4 elements. And by doing this, now time complexity is big O of n times the square root of the maximum number in this array. We are iterating every element, and from each of these, we are iterating every possible divisor in the range from 1 to the square root of each number. So this is time complexity, and space complexity is big O of the square root of the maximum number in this array because of this set. So with this in mind, now let's go with the code. The result is initially 0, and for every number in nums, every time we have an empty set, which we are calling div. And now we are iterating every possible divisor. So for the in range from 1 to the square root of the current number, and this should be included, so we need to add 1 because this side is non-inclusive, and we need to round down this, so here we add the word floor. And every time we're checking if the current number modulo the current divisor is equal to 0, this means that we need to add numbers to our set. So remember that for every positive scenario, we have to add 2 divisors to our set. So div.add, the first one is x divided by d, and the second one is just d. And after this loop, we say if the length of div is exactly 4, we add to the result the sum of every element in the set. Finally, we return result. Now this is fine, it will work, but we can add one small improvement here. We can say if at any point the length of div is greater, strictly greater than 4, we can just break this inner loop and continue with the next number. So this is the entire code. Now let's submit this. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.